You are welcome back. That was her confession. In fact, a very pathetic one, a very sad one, because from all indications, she's not a bad person. She was just careless. And you have no idea the number of lives that has been lost on our roads due to carelessness. Families have lost loved ones, children, their parents, not because the driver was a bad person, because of carelessness. And so carelessness can cost a life. A very, very, very sad confession. Who wants to be the first to comment?
Good evening, Miss Nancy.
Hi, gentlemen.
You're
How are
looking
you?
so stunning.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, this tale is very sensitive. Personally, I feel the lady is going through all this because of her act of negligence and the fact that she's not ready to accept that she wants a solution to the problem. This issue of HIV transmission has been going on. They don't have this, or they are not in the known that there is a kind of way you can manage the situation and get treatment for it. And so they intend to harbor it in the extent of affecting themselves and affecting almost everybody around. This lady in question can even speak to those that she's working for. Maybe they would have provided help, or she can even seek medical assistance.
Hey, if when we're picking in living-in assistance, domestic assistance, we do health checks. So to be sure you don't have any of these before we allow you into our homes. How come these parents ignore this?
This is, as I mentioned, I feel like they just wanted someone to help them. In fact, considering their busy schedules and other stuff. But this is, we have to advocate for that. Anytime you want to bring someone to your home to nurture, in fact, to nurture your kids, you have to take these measures into consideration.
Thank you very much. Wonderful one. A gentle reminder to all of us working women who have domestic assistants at home. And they are domestic assistants. They are our service at home. Yeah. They are not servants. Let us understand that.
Yes, Miss Nancy.
My dear.
They didn't do these checks because what the woman, the parent did, is this a poor parenting in a way, and they cannot the security in their home, in their house. You know, like this lady has caused destinies, like she has destroyed destinies and caused life. It has called the innocent kids their life. You know, there's one thing that we should know is that before you welcome somebody in your house, you do background checks, you ask questions, and probably you have to do medical checks, all those things are factors that can qualify the person to work in as a domestic worker. You know, this lady is like a wolf in the sheep clothing. Oh. She actually knew what she's going through.
Yeah, but she didn't think. She said she got infected through sexual transmission. And these children, of course, are not sexually intimate with her.
But Ms. Nancy,
so she thought that they were going to be safe.
But Ms. Nancy, is she aware that she was having the infection?
She did.
She's aware. And
she's on the medication, so she knew that it's under management.
Oh, this is total wickedness.
Well, that is what he has to say, that for him, so long as you knew and you've infected others, it is total wickedness. I tell you that I'm the host of the show. I do not have anybody's permission to judge, nor to condemn. And so let's see. The people coming on the show, maybe they would be able to help. For the first time on Confessions, a woman I found on TikTok. And if you think that it's only bad things, trashy things that are happening on TikTok, there are great contents like mine. So follow me on TikTok as well, MSNancy20, and then you'll get great content. I realized that Tips for Life GH is also doing wonderfully on TikTok, and her name is Nana Bragomafo. She is a personal development guide, and everybody knows her as Tips for Life GH. Please make her feel comfortable. Come on. Nana, you're welcome to Confessions. How can we talk about health? How can we talk about HIV? Not bring in a professional. Tonight, a medical doctor again is on the show. Dr. Prince Eklu, medical officer, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Rage. Dr. Eklu, when you find him at Rage, I don't pray you get sick. But if you need to go do your regular yearly assessment, and you get to the rich hospital, you find Dr. Prince Oklu, and you tell him, I saw you on Confessions, and then he'll give you that beautiful smile. Doc, good to have you again.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
Yes.
How was your experience after Confessions?
It was great. Like, everybody's talking about you. I saw you here. I saw you there. That was great. My bosses were texting me like that was a good one.
Wonderful. That is what we do right here. Confessions is not a trending show. Confessions is an impactful, life-changing content on TV. Celebrate Confessions. Yeah! Come on, guys. This is it. It's good to have you, my lady, for the first time and with this very sensitive confession. Nana.
Yes, dear.
What do people, parents, usually need to consider when bringing in other people into their homes, be it external family or domestic assistants who do not have any blood relations with them?
Considering this lady's story, I think the first thing to consider is the background of the person you are bringing on board. And as we all know, you have to do a medical check before you bring somebody to come and take care of each person in the house. So that is a critical thing to do when somebody's coming from outside to join the family.
The medical checkup.
Yes.
Beyond the medical checkup, what about their characteristics? I know that you're always speaking on how to groom children and all of that. So characteristics to look out for in a person that can actually mind and care for children.
So what you have to really look out for is somebody who is a child lover. Some people just do it because they don't have anything to do.
Yeah, they
And
just want to earn a keep.
Yes, and sometimes too, on the part of the parent, you are just stuck and you need help.
Yes.
So you don't even have time to look for what you really are looking for. So you end up getting somebody that you don't have any clue. It happens. You can get somebody in 2 hours, 3 hours. I've gotten somebody, can I bring her on board?
And you say,
you
yes,
need to go back
I
to
just
work, you need to do something, and you are like, please bring the person. And it's like an answered prayer for you. So you do things without really considering a lot of factors that can come back and haunt you.
That's a very good one. Why? I do not know. For some reason, people that come in as domestic assistants and help, have they, even though most of them are being paid, have the impression that, oh, wow, instead of attending to the caring and the minding of the children as work, they think they are doing their employers a favor. Where did I know you're a human being beyond medicine, so I'd want you to answer those questions, sir.
Yes, that is true to say, because then again, the issue is that when somebody seeks your help, you have to understand what you are trying to offer the person in whatever form. And then, so when, let's say...
because doctors help us heal.
Yes.
But they see us as clients, don't you?
Yes,
Right.
we see.
Why do domestic assistants feel that they are rather doing us a favor and that they are not earning a keep?
Yes, so that is where the problem is, because some of those people don't understand what the role they are coming into play. So even in medicine, when people don't understand what they have to do for their patient, you see that the priority is misplaced.
Yes. Different attitude, different
Yes.
commitments to work is because they do not know what you're supposed to do for them.
Yes.
That's a good one. My lady, if you would want to take up the same
So
question.
sometimes where parents also get it wrong is when they prioritize the children and then leave the caregiver. It looks like the caregiver is there purposely for the children, and you neglect the one caring for the child. So the person also noticed that everything you're looking out for is the well-being of the child. You know, some house help really get sick, and their people they are living with, they don't even know.
That they are
Things
sick.
happen to them, they don't know.
No.
Some people need items, hygiene, personal hygiene stuff. They don't know.
No.
So it's all about your child. And you don't even think about who is taking care of the child, the well-being of the person.
The last one I had, I had to clear all her lingerie, her panties and her bra, and she still left. The moment she had a new mobile phone, I gave her a phone that had social media on it. And that was it. She left at dawn. Left a nasty note as well on my table. So sometimes you do all of these for them and they don't even care. Is it because some people are unable to receive love?
It's about the background the person is coming from. Some people are child lovers. Some are doing it just because they need money.
Money.
That is why it gets to a point when they are a little bit comfortable, they can just leave you without saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Because they've seen that they are comfortable. They can go and continue life.
Their lives.
You can have a very loyal person. The children will grow and they will still be with you.
Yes.
They can grow and then some even leave with their children to continue life with them. So it's about the person you are having with you and what he or she wants to do.
Let's assume that some people who are domestic assistants are watching Confessions tonight. What is the advice that you give to them about the importance of their role and what they're supposed to contribute to the raising of the children?
Whenever you are hired or asked to give assistance, first of all, you have to let your madam, as we say in Ghana here, know what your needs are.
Yes.
So that your needs will be met.
As well.
If your needs are not met, trust me, you will never be happy in the house.
Yes.
And when some of them are younger, so sometimes they come in comparing themselves to the children.
Yes.
So sometimes your house help and your child are
in
almost
silent
the same
competition.
age. Yes.
That is unhealthy.
And they don't understand why you are asking her to wash the dishes whilst
your child
is seated. So sometimes parents too should let their children know this woman is not here, this woman or this man is not here permanently. She's only helping us. And at a point in time, she will also have a life to live. So you do things together. You have to let them know she's also a human being. She also has a family.
Yes.
You treat her right. So if they are also coming on board, when they see all these signs, if they are really good people, they will stay. And even if they have to go, they will give you notice and let you prepare before they leave. Some are really bad, but they are just outliers.
In this case, Doc, can we say that these parents were not responsible enough? And that even though it's the young woman that has brought her confession, they also contributed to the challenge of the children, because one may have been infected first and you didn't notice until the other one also got infected, and now both of them are sick under your watch.
So it is multidimensional to see. So for instance, someone coming into your home who is coming to take care of your children, you at least want to do the background check, do the labs to find out what does this person embodies, what is the person made up of.
Yes.
Before you accept them in. Let me just chip in this. I've seen quite a number of madams that come to you and complain. Oh, I brought in this person, and then I ran check and I realized the person has HIV.
Wow.
So they have to send the person back. So you have to do all those things before you let them in.
Into the home.
And then more so, when a child contracts HIV, they may not show it initially. So you may not pick it early. By the time you realize, the other person too will get it. So it is periodically, once you have a foreigner in your home, periodically it will be good, it will be best to always run those checks every now and then to be able to pick any odds that is living within the family.
That's a good one. Doc, there is hope for these children, isn't there?
Yes, please.
Is HIV still that HIV, like really scary? Because I almost forgot about its existence. Or are we living carelessly like this young woman that knew that she had HIV, but she was not living carefully?
We are still living carelessly because a lot of the people who have the infection are not on treatment. So there's still a lot of people who are now contracting the disease. So for treatment, there is hope. The children, there's treatment for them.
They can be treated and healed?
No, you live with it for life.
Because really? Recently, I read an article that said that there was a new medication that could heal HIV.
What it is that HIV alters your DNA. So it attaches to your DNA. So far, we've not been able to get medication that can reverse that process.
Yes.
So once it gets into your DNA, it lives with you. It just replicates, and then spreads. What you can do is that you can take medications and suppress the replication to an extent where even when you check in your system,
you
will not notice it.
Wow.
So they can live a normal life, just that the DNA is still in the system. But it will not replicate.
And it cannot be transferred to other people too.
Yes.
That's good news, isn't it wonderful? And so if you're watching Confessions tonight and you're living with HIV, you can manage it to the extent that you can live a wonderful, healthy life and not be able to affect or infect other people. That is great, 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 great news. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, Doc. My lady, children, raising children in the home. If the parents were aware that the children were getting cuts, they were getting bruises, and auntie was taking care of them and all that, wouldn't they have done something? How do we teach our children to have so much confidence that no matter the threats coming from the living in, the domestic assistant, they should tell their parents everything that happens when they are with them? How do we get the children to talk?
So you have to start building a connection with the children. It's not about being with the children 24/7. It is not possible because we are all working. Even if you are in the house, you can't spend time with the child 24/7.
Yes.
So you teach the child how to connect with you. And that is by spending time, you bond with the child. Even when you are not home, as soon as you arrive, that child will tell you whatever happened in the house. If you notice your child has started confining in your house help, it means you are disconnected.
Yes.
So in an incident like this, maybe the blade cut them and the mother or the parents never got to know.
Yes.
Because the house help took charge of everything.
Yes.
But if you are connected, even your absence will be felt.
Yes.
And every information in the house will be passed through you.
Even though the help would fix it, they would tell you
Yes.
that this is what happened,
This is what
and the
happened.
child would
Yes.
also let you know.
Yes.
Because they need you to empathize with them as well.
Exactly.
So if your child is not sharing their fears with you, there is a challenge.
Yes.
Doc,
Miss Nancy.
let's talk about children and ailments. I've had my daughter call in whilst I was at work and say, "Mommy, I'm having a headache." And then you are worried. You will leave a few things and then you rush home to take care of her. And then you get home and she says, "Ha, ha, 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 ha. I tricked you." And it's not the first time. And as a mother, anytime your child says something is wrong with them, you rush to their aid only for you to realize that they were kidding. Why do they do that, and how do we get them to stop?
Children are naturally mischievous. They are naturally mischievous. So you realize that when you look at the development of a child or human being, we go through different stages. And then at the point, let's say, for instance, maybe at the id phase where you desire to have whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you've been with a child before, you realize that at the point the child will be throwing tantrums. They just want something particular.
Yes.
If you don't give it to them, they will not accept. Yes, and then with time they are able to pick cues that you can't have everything in life. Then they progress. Then they are able to put one or two together and say that, okay, this thing I'm doing is not right. So then, for instance, your daughter like this, when it happens like that, you have to speak to her. That you don't do this. Because now, when she calls you, you want to weigh the balance to see whether
she's joking or she's serious.
Yes. So when it happens like that, you always have to talk to them.
She always gets me. That's the thing. She's always getting me. And that is the spirit of a mother. Anytime your child screams, sometimes you do not even know the difference between joyful screaming and, when they are hurt. Every time they scream, now you're my show.
Yeah.
And it is just what motherhood is all about. This is Confessions on TV3. We'll be right back. Now, as a child care and personal development coach, would you advise that people actually, out of empathy and consideration, employ certain people with chronic illnesses beyond HIV? There are other sicknesses that makes them go weak, that makes them feel sad and be crying. Do you think that we should not, restrict people with ailments from having employment in our homes? A big one, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
Because this is a little bit dicey because even as a parent, you can be sick and still have to take care of your child. So the restriction will depend on you because you may also have a child who is not that strong.
Yes.
And some children really contract diseases easily.
Yes.
So if that is the only option you have, or if you get to know in the middle of the scene, the person is already in the system and you feel you want to continue, then you should also consider your children, if they are that strong enough to take that whole
risk in your
risk
own home.
in the house. But I think for me, it's not the best.
It's not advisable.
Yeah.
You need to have very healthy people.
Yeah.
Doc, beyond HIV, what are some of the diseases to look out for when you are employing people into your home that could easily, be contracted and unhealthy for even the parents and the children as well?
So you are looking at hepatitis B, C. You are looking at
B, C,
yes.
Not just B.
Yes. You are looking at TB.
Tuberculosis.
Yes. Syphilis is also very quite common in our environment.
And syphilis is beyond sexual transmission?
Usually it's sexually transmitted, but the person can live with it for a long while.
Long time.
Yes.
And so, well, if I have a help, so when we are checking out their health, we should do, beyond HIV, other...
Yes, it's very, very important. Even do chest X-ray. You want to
chest
see.
X-ray,
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And these are the things that you should be mindful of. Let's talk about characteristics of a good housekeeper, a good childminder. If you are bringing someone into your home, how do you know that, this is a gem? In the office, you are able to see certain qualities and say that, this is a professional, this is a serious-minded, this is a disciplined person. In the home, as a domestic assistant, what should I be looking out for?
You should be looking out for someone who is really time conscious.
Okay.
That is number one. Because children and timing...
The discipline is essential.
And then you should know that that person coming on board, I'm repeating, should be a child lover. That is number two.
Yes.
And how you get to know is how they will get along with the child. Sometimes you just leave the child and sit and not even watch what is happening. Don't even look there, and you see how they are interacting. And children tend to love the help who come and they love them back.
Yes.
But you as a mom or dad, if you don't extend the love to the help, that love will not go back to the child. So it's a cycle. You love the house help will extend the love to the child. Sometimes you give the love and the love doesn't come back. It means that house help has his or her own mindset. And then cameras to help. You can set cameras and then you see what is happening when you are not around.
Yeah.
That is one of the best ways to see, because they can pretend.
Yes.
So the best way to see what happens when you are not home is to use cameras. You can decide not to let them know, especially places that they may not be walking around naked.
Yes.
You can see what is happening to your child. Some of the children today complain. They can give you feedback.
Yes.
So you have to listen to them.
Can the children lie on the housekeepers too?
Yes.
They lie on them?
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
They do lie. Sometimes the housekeepers decide not to compromise. And the children are almost not happy about it. So when it happens,
they devise strategies.
They know mommy will listen to me or daddy will listen to me. So they come framing all sorts of stories.
How do you know that your child is setting your housekeeper up or the minder up against you?
So you have to study and see how it is occurring. If it's just one-off you just brush it off and then you observe. Because in this scenario, you cannot say your child is lying or you cannot say the house help is lying, if it's difficult to tell. So you have to observe. If it happens again, let's just see if it's the same issue that child is complaining about.
Yes.
Sometimes it's something that is not really, it doesn't really measure.
Yes.
But if it's something serious, you can just try and observe. And then the third time, you can really confront the house help and listen to his or her side of the story. Sometimes you have to judge for yourself.
So it's not everything that your child comes to you and pine, you are going. You have to monitor once, twice. The third time, it's time for action.
Yes.
Wow. Yes, Doc.
Also, when you look at, you also have to be particular about the development of your children.
Yeah.
So, let's say a 2-year-old give you a complaint about the house help. It is difficult for it not to be true.
Yes. The age of the child can also indicate
because they are now forming cues.
Yes.
So when they get exposed to something, they will tell you.
Yes.
Once you have that connection with them, they will tell you. And when they say it, you have to pay attention.
Yes.
But if you brush it off, you may be missing out on something very important. Maybe if they are around 15 years, and then that time they've had a lot.
No, the ninjas in our homes are the 6 to 10-year-olds.
That's it.
They are ninjas. They are killers.
That's it.
Like, they are schemers, mischievous.
They can even pretend to cry.
They've formed a lot of cues. They've had a lot of exposures.
So below 6 years, pay attention to what the children say. And when it's after 6, you have to investigate. What is it with 6 to 10 for now?
They feel they are also, they should also be able to be operating in the house when mommy and daddy are not there.
They become the mini mommy, daddy.
So they don't see why you are in and also
giving instructions.
Especially when you, the parent, also give instructions to the help in front of them.
Okay.
So you make the children see her as a different person.
Yes.
But when you add her on and you respect her, the children knows that if they come and tell you anything, you'll not believe it because auntie or sister is in charge. But sometimes we forget and we do all sorts of things in front of the children and they also observe it. So some children even call them maid, like first name, Abana, like no respect.
No auntie.
Because that is what we do. And we discipline them in front of the children. But we have to respect them.
Yes.
If we really want the children to listen to them and respect them, we have to respect them. If we do that, it comes automatically. The children will just assume that their mother or father is not there and the person is in charge.
That's wonderful. Doc, is there a way, you're a man, of course, is there a way you think that people can live with their domestic assistants well enough so that they can also take good care of their children? The living arrangements with domestic assistants. Is it healthy for them to be sleeping in the same room with your children and all of that?
It is not healthy. So in the home, there also have to be boundaries. Because when you look at human beings, we are unique in whatever form. Every single, even when you give birth to your children, they are unique.
Yes.
So there should be boundaries in the home. And then there shouldn't be invasion of privacy, where everybody is entitled to self-protection. Even your children, they have that role to protect themselves against the world.
Yes.
So when you bring in a foreigner into the home whose makeup is entirely different from you or the household, you always have to make sure that there are certain rules that, like, for instance, when they have a cat, you know how to handle it, and then maybe there is a wound to attend to, and there have to be boundaries.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yes.
So that you don't end up transferring sicknesses, diseases from a whole different environment into the house.
Your home. Yeah, so Nana, do you also agree that it's unhealthy for children to be sleeping? I mean, for some parents, their children are always sleeping with their nannies, hugging them at night, and if the nanny does not hug them or sleep with them, the child cannot sleep, and all of those things. Is it good? Is it healthy?
It depends on what point in time the nanny joined the family. Okay. Some nannies come in when the baby is born. So the baby grows with the nanny. some parents are extremely busy and there is nothing they can do about it. Some parents are absent in the night. So you cannot say that child should sleep in the room alone. For the nanny, especially in our setting here. It's rare to get cameras in babies' rooms and the house help room. So it depends on at what point in time the maid arrived in the house. If the maid has grown with the family, you can trust the maid. And if you are adding on some responsibilities, then the medical part will come in. You do your checks, because even if the maid came in not sick, they can contract sickness along the line.
They are still
so when you are adding up a tough...
The yearly, medical screening is of essence.
Yeah, you can redo a health check, and then decide to let them bond if you are not available.
All right. Now, this woman says that I didn't intentionally infect the children. The children now have it. What can she do? Can she just leave the house? Can she talk to the parents? In fact, telling them I infected them is not going to change anything under these circumstances. What should she do?
I think she should let them know.
That she's the cause?
Yes, that she can tell them her status, but not necessarily telling them I am the cause. This is what I have observed. This is me. And I came in like this.
I live with it too.
Yes.
I heard you say that your child is sick of this disease.
Yes.
And I have had it since I came in, and I've been living with it. As a mother, if I hear you say this, dearly beloved, let's take this break. We'll be right back. You are welcome back to Confessions. Tonight we have a woman that is a lover of children, and Nana Brago Mafo. She is personal development guide, and Dr. Prince Eklu with us talking about children and childminders and child caretakers and what have you on the show. Hi guys, was there someone that has something to say?
Yes, Miss Nancy.
Yes.
I also believe that some of the mistakes the parents do is they assume that, you see, some of these domestic workers, they're coming from the employment agencies.
Yes.
They assume that maybe the agency did those checks.
Yes.
So when they come, they doesn't even think of it.
Yeah, you assume that before the agency adds them on, they may have done the medical.
Absolutely. But these agencies, some of them, they are just looking for their money.
Yes.
Because they take, sometimes they take their, some of the workers' first monthly, the percentage, some percentage.
You actually pay to join the agency for them to give you the girl or boy.
Like for the first 3 months, they'll be taking some of the percentage of your salary.
Yeah.
So for them, they don't think about whatever you're going to cost to the family. So
people should be aware that just because they came from an agency doesn't mean they are healthy.
Irrespective, you need to also check your.
Thank you. That's a good one. Thanks for sharing that, my dear.
All right, good evening.
Hi.
Miss Nancy, I want to look at the situation of stigmatization.
Yeah.
She had HIV. She couldn't even tell her mom because of how society views people who have this infection. If perhaps she had told the mom could have counseled her, oh, you know what, with this, I don't think you can go to this direction of work. Find something like this and do. Don't go and bother yourself, and later they'll find out, they'll get to know and how they'll treat you and all that. So I want us to continue to educate the public. When you have HIV, like doctor is saying, it's not the end of the world. There is still hope. You can still live.
In fact, some people are even unable to share diseases like diabetes, like high blood pressure, or
Yes.
And they are with you in the office, and you keep piling work on them, and one day they faint on you and almost die on you. Because, Doc, why can't people share their ailments?
So the issue is that, first of all, you have to understand, the person have to understand what the problem is. They have to understand, okay, this is the disease I have. this is what it entails. This is what I can do about it. So they have to have an in-depth knowledge about what the problem is. So you see that, for instance, this woman, you realize that she possibly doesn't understand what this whole thing is about.
She knows that HIV is sexually transmitted.
Yes, and it can
so
kill.
long as she's not sexually, involved with anybody, everyone else is safe around her.
Yes.
Oh.
So she also has to, so you have to, one, that's the first point of call. The person suffering from the disease has to understand fully what the problem is. Now, moving forward, the people living around you, your family, you also have to be able to, the people living around you should be able to give you that support.
Yes.
For instance, if she doesn't believe that, for instance, in this case, that the mother can give her that support, she will not open up to the mother. Until she is able to build that trust and connection, you will not be, the person will not be able to open up. You even get, for instance, at the hospital, you get people who come and tell you a whole different story from what is wrong with them. Because the way maybe you approach
people actually come and lie to the doctors as well, where they need the help.
Yes, because the way you approach them, they don't feel safe to open up.
Yeah.
So you see that people around them will also contribute to them opening up to you. So if they feel safe and they don't feel stigmatized that, okay, you believe that, oh, I deserve to have this sickness because of my style or my way of life. If they are able to understand that this is not the end of it, even if I have this, then they can open up. She can tell them, madam, oh, this is what I have. Because in her mind, she knows that if I tell you, you will sack me.
Doc, what went wrong with the education on HIV and AIDS that people usually think everyone that contracted it had been sexually promiscuous? Why?
Nothing has particularly gone wrong, but just that we have to continue to educate people on...
No, the mindset that if someone has HIV or AIDS, it means that the person was sleeping around, had multiple sexual partners. And with this girl's story, she said she had been a decent woman. Her first experience is what got her infected.
Yes, but because when you look at the modes of transmission, it is commonly seen, or the probability of getting it is higher through sexual means.
Yes.
In the semen, in the vaginal fluid, as compared to when you look at the other modes of transmission. That's why it is common, and then it's a common knowledge that, okay, when you sleep around and then you come into contact with somebody with HIV, you are likely to get it. So that is the first thing that comes to mind. Okay,
but not everyone was having, terrible attitude or was going about sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry and got infected in the process. So you want to establish that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that lady or gentleman you know has HIV must have been a good person, a wonderful person that something bad happened to them along the way. Don't be too quick to judge. This is Confessions on TV3. We'll be right back. You are welcome back to Confessions, brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, we are wrapping up this conversation and this confession. And pretty young woman says she has something to say.
This is also a confession that is supposed to encourage with the youth to try protect herself during sexual intercourse.
Yes.
Because I guess if she had used protection,
she would have been spared.
Yes, please.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Michael, do you have something to say?
Miss Nancy, thank you. Yeah, so I think already the harm has been caused, but we can still manage it. It's rather unfortunate for the family that they ended up in this state. I want to add up to what this one said, that sometimes they shouldn't rely on the agents or the agencies. Yes. When I was in school, one of our teachers, he used to tell us that when you are doing something, you check
you cross-check, double-check, check, and check again.
Yes.
So when an agent brings to somebody and even tells you, okay, this person is healthy or something, you should also have your own...
Double check?
Yes, do that.
Check.
Check again. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good one. So, Doc and my lady, who wants to have the final say first? And we'll be out of here. Doc, I will come to you, but my lady, ladies first. So, we're wrapping up the conversation. So, your advice to parents on how to live with childminders and how to deal with our children.
Let's live with them as if they are part of us. They are not strangers. Once they are in the house and we are using things commonly, anything that happens to them can happen to us as well.
Yeah.
So when they come around, even if you have checked it already, you have done your checks and the person is in, diseases can be contracted at any point in time because they also leave the house and go out to do other stuff. So let's just be vigilant. When it comes to the children, build a connection with them. Make sure they give you incidental reports. This is what happened today. Mommy, I'm not feeling too well. Let them not have that connection with them, with the house help or like the person in charge.
More than you, the parents.
Let them have that connection with you so that you get every needed information and help when the time is due to help.
Thank you. Doc, your last words. I mean, we need to let people know that it's okay that you are living with a certain sickness and how we should live going forward when we have ailments like HIV or AIDS.
So HIV is common and there is treatment for it. So when you have HIV, just walk into any facility, health facility, and then seek for help. There are medications to help you live a normal life.
Are the medications free?
Yes, medications is free. So for your health's sake, be careful how you live. Protect yourself and then protect your homes. When you are bringing in anybody into your home, don't have a blind faith that this person is clean. Always check and then make sure that you monitor your children's developmental milestones. And as well, ensure you always get feedback from your children. And then it is from these things that you'll be able to identify problems and loopholes in the house and then solve them.
My takeaway from this conversation is that it is good to have childminders, but in all you're getting, do not forget to establish confidence and faith in your children such that they will tell you everything that happens. That's the only way you will know exactly what your childminders are doing to and with your children. Sometimes it's not what they do to them, it is what they do with them that can cost them. This is Confessions on TV3. I am Miss Nancy. Confessions is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, same time next week, another episode.